Hey everyone, so today is Friday, so that's my day. So today I'm going to be showing you makeup for newbies, or I guess makeup for beginners. So I'm not going to be showing you a whole bunch of products. I'm just going to be showing you products that I would recommend that I think would be best for someone who's starting out with makeup, and some of these products I actually did start out with. So first I'm going to start off with brushes, because I know that that is one of the most common things that people will probably be thinking about is brush. In all honesty, you do not need that many brushes. I started out with 6 brushes in total. 3 eye brushes, 3 face brushes. Cannot talk today. But I'm just going to be showing you a couple that I would recommend. So these are the first 3 that I would recommend. In face brushes, I would only recommend getting a powder brush, a blush brush, and a foundation brush. But the foundation brush you probably won't need yet, because I wouldn't recommend a foundation, but I'll get onto that in a little bit later. So the very first one that I would recommend out of any single brush, and I don't recommend this just for beginners, I recommend this brush all around to everyone. This is the 217 from MAC. I know Sigma does a travel size one. I don't know if they do a full size one, but I will post an annotation when I find out. The reason why I recommend this brush is because it's an all-purpose brush, or I guess a multi-purpose brush. Because you can use this for your crease, you can use this for putting colour on your lid, you can use this for blending, your highlight, your inner corner, smudging, all that stuff that you would use a single brush for, you can use this brush for doing all those things. So this is my first and only MAC brush, but you obviously could buy it from wherever you desire. Then if you really wanted to get another 2 brushes, I guess you could. These would be the 2 that I would recommend, but if you got the 217, then you really wouldn't need both of these brushes, especially the E40, which is a blending brush, because really all this does is just blend out your colour, and you don't really need this brush if you have the 217. But if you wanted to get another brush just for something else, you could use this brush, which is the flat shader brush. This is the E55 from Sigma. I really do like this brush. But another thing that you could do is always buy a mini brush set. Now, I'm not talking about like having 5 eye brushes and 5 face brushes. I'm talking about having the little Eco Tools brush set. This is a travel size one. They do actually do full size brushes, but I think they have different brushes in that. But the first one it comes with is this Kabuki brush. The brushes are super soft and they're really affordable too. So the Kabuki brush, which you could use for powder. The blush brush, which you could use for obviously your blush and bronzer. The blending and crease brush, which you could use for blending out your colour and in your crease. And then the flat shader brush or the concealer brush, but I would use this as a flat shader brush. So that brush set comes with all the brushes that you would probably need at the moment, but obviously when you build up your makeup collection and everything, you can obviously get more brushes and have more brushes, but for now those are the ones that I would recommend. So now I'm going to move on to makeup. So firstly for eyes, primer. So you really, honestly, I know that they say primer makes all of the difference, and it definitely does, but at your starting point, I don't think you need to have a really expensive primer. Like I know Urban Decay and MAC Painterly Paint Pots are the way to go. I don't have Urban Decay primer version, so I can't really tell you whether I like that or not. But I do have a MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I really do like those. If you wanted to invest in those, you could. Maybe you could ask for one of them for your birthday as a birthday present, because they are quite expensive, but it's totally up to you. Or you could use something like NYX Jumbo Pencils or L'Oreal Decrease. I know that's pretty good from what I've heard, but I haven't tried that either, but I am getting it soon, so I'll be able to let you guys know. But those would be the few that I would recommend. So now for eyeshadow. So firstly, I would say you don't want to go all out crazy and have a super bright bam makeup look. You want to keep it nice and neutral and simple, because if you're especially younger, you don't need to be wearing a lot of makeup. I know I'm only 13, but I'm talking like if you're 11, then you don't need to be wearing full face makeup or anything like that. So the colour that I would recommend is like either an all over lid colour or in the crease. I actually use this in the crease. This is NYX's Single Eyeshadow in Nutmeg. So it's just a really pretty, it's a really pretty kind of brownish taupey almost colour with gold reflex and gold glitters. It's smashed up a bit. This looks really nice all over the lid or on the crease. If you can see, I'm wearing it in the crease. And it's quite pigmented too. I would recommend that. And then if you wanted to go a little bit darker, if you maybe wanted to do that on your lid and then something else in the crease. This is really dark though for a beginner, so I would not go black. I would stick to browns. This is Hawaiian Coffee from NYX. I really like NYX single eyeshadows, and if you can see, it's pretty dark. I definitely would maybe stick to just the nutmeg color, and then if you wanted to do something a little bit more dramatic, you could do that in the crease. Another thing that you could use is something like this. Now this is a really good one for beginners because they're really light shades. This is a Wet n Wild eyeshadow. Wet n Wild isn't sold in Australia. I actually got this off of someone's blog sale, so that's why I have it. But I would recommend this. It has a brow bone color, a crease color, and a eyelid color, but I would switch these two around. This crease color, which I use as the lid color, it's a really nice all over the lid color. It's just nice, goldeny kind of color, and it's simple. The eyelid color, which is what I would use in the crease, is kind of like nutmeg, but a little bit darker. So it makes a nice crease color. And then the brow bone, obviously use that on your brow bone or your inner corner. So there you go, you have like a simple everyday look just in one palette, and I really would recommend this because the colours are really light and they're great for beginners. So the next thing is mascara. So obviously it's your personal preference on how much money you want to spend on it. I would not recommend going out and getting Benefit Bad Gal Lash or anything like that just because there are really good mascaras at the drugstore like CoverGirl Lash Plus. This is a really good mascara. Where I live it's around $17. Where you live it might be different, but I would not recommend getting Benefit Bad Gal Lash just because this is just as good for me, if not better. Or there's Maybelline Great Lash, which I really like too, and it has a really small wand, so if you're not confident with using a bigger wand then Great Lash would be really good, but this one has quite a small wand. I really do like the wand on this, and it's got really nice bristles. This is a really good mascara, and the formula of it is really great too. If you're not confident wearing fully black mascara, you could always go for a light purple color like a plummy color, or brown. I started off with brown. It really looks the same as black, but I guess it's kind of just that more security kind of feeling of not having fully black lashes, which I know that can be kind of like a daunting thing, you know, not wanting to have fully black lashes. Then is face. You really don't need to have a foundation if you don't have problematic skin. Even if you do, I'm sure that at a young age there's this thing where with your skin it's kind of a 1-1 situation. You either have really pretty good skin or you have problematic skin, and that can be an awful thing to have, especially while you're young, you know, going through school, going through all your different changes. It can be a hard thing, but you know, you don't need foundation to cover all that up. Concealer can be your best friend. I sometimes just use concealer or mineral powder, because mineral powder covers it up enough that it's not really there, but it still makes your skin look like it's nice and flawless, whereas foundation can sometimes give you that fake kind of, oh, she's wearing foundation look, and you want to kind of look as natural as possible, especially when you're younger. And also foundation, it's not good for your skin to breathe when you have younger skin, whereas if you wear mineral powder it's lighter and it gives your skin more room to breathe. But getting onto concealer, I use this one from the drugstore. This is Maybelline's mineral powder. Mine's in Fair Light. But obviously you can match up to whatever shade you are. But this is a really good one. It's just like a liquid one, and it has a doe foot applicator. You don't need a lot with this because a little bit goes a long way. But I really would recommend this one. This is like my favorite concealer. So next is mineral powder. Again, Maybelline has a really nice selection. Mine's in Classic Ivory Light. And this, I just basically get my kabuki brush, swirl it in the lid, and apply it all over my face. And that's how I've done my makeup today. So it really does give you a nice, natural, kind of even complexion without looking like you've got a heap of makeup on. So then the last thing is lips, and I'm trying to wrap this up because my camera only has 2 minutes left on it. Honestly, you don't need to have lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss. I'd never, ever started out with lip liner. I only just got into lip liner like close to nearly the end of this year. I really don't like not the idea of it, I just don't like wearing it. And then lipstick, obviously you can choose whatever colour shade you want if you wanted to wear lipstick, or you could go for something a lot more simpler and maybe just wear like a lip stain or a tinted lip conditioner. But what I always do, and I still do, is just wear a pigmented lip gloss, one that has colour in it. That way it looks like you've got a nice shimmery lip, but it's giving you a little bit of colour. This is my favourite lip gloss that I own because it's neutral and it goes with everything. This is a Sports Girl Lighten Up lip gloss. You've seen it in numerous amounts of my tutorials and videos, and this is in the shade Get Gorgeous. This is around $9, but well worth the money. So if you can see, it gives me a little bit of a pinky kind of colour, but without making it look too dramatic and too over the top. So that was my video. I hope it was helpful, and I will talk to you all next week. Bye.